Hi, LinkedIn. Thank you so much for joining me today. I know that you guys must be in the midst of celebrating all of your traditions, celebrating Christmas and the holidays with your family. But give yourself a pat on the back if you've decided to join me today in order to propel your social media strategy forward for the new year. It's always easy to lay back and relax on the couch and enjoy your days off, but having that motivation to get started on social media in the new year and joining this webinar is going to be really helpful for you. So today I'm going to be breaking down the 10 steps to optimize your profiles on social media to maximize results. So for a lot of you, it's going to be B2B businesses, service consultancies, law firms, health clinics, logistics brokers, those kinds of businesses who may not have prioritized social media in the past, but maybe are ready to do so in the coming year. So thank you again so much for joining me. You guys are in the right place. Me personally, my name is Kaylin and I run Ellie's Social Media Marketing Agency. We specialize in social media marketing, organic content, and paid ads. And we also do influencer partnership programs. We have a lot of exciting things coming in the new year, so stay tuned for those announcements. But once again, my name is Kaylin. I am the founder. I had a wonderful holiday with my 2.5-year-old son and my partner, and we just stayed home. We didn't have a lot of family in town, so we were basically just staying home, being cozy, eating lots of yummy good food. And it was really special because my son is, again, only 2.5 years old, so this is kind of like the first Christmas that he will really remember things. So we've really been trying to stay present and enjoy the holidays with him, just us three. So that's been really special, but I'm really excited again to jump on live stream here on LinkedIn and connect with you guys because this is one of my passions. I'm live streaming every month in 2025, so that's going to be really exciting. Lots of resources for you guys on the profile and also disseminated across YouTube. But let's go ahead and jump into what we're actually talking about today, which is starting from zero on social media. Now, this can be about any platform. I'm mostly going to be focusing on Instagram and Facebook today, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to literally have zero on social media. Basically, you can watch this webinar if you have 100, 200, 500, 1,000 followers, and you're just looking to level up or see maybe some gaps that you may have had in the journey of getting your profiles started and optimized throughout the year. We generally, as business owners, tend to prioritize a lot of things like revenue and other internal marketing operations or SOPs related to the business that may not actually be relevant to social media. And so, again, if you're looking to get your social media organized for the new year, that's what this webinar is all about. So, number one, we're going to go through a 10-step process. And of course, number one is going to be to consider your goals. I have all of these written down. It's a little bit of a different format than I would normally do. I have some pens in my hand, and I'm also trying out a new mic. So let me know how the sound is going. Last couple webinars, the sound was kind of going in and out. I tend to speak quite loudly, and that doesn't really do well with microphones. So this is kind of a new thing. Like I said, we're starting a new webinar every single month for the new year, but we're still getting used to the setup. Now, I'm working with the whiteboard today. I got this at IKEA, and on the other side, it has a pin board where you can put mood boards up or anything related to your marketing initiatives. But just in case you were wondering where I got that from, the first one is consider your goals. Now, of course, if you're a service consultancy, one of your main goals might be to generate more clients. And the ways that we would do that were to generate more traffic onto our social media pages, and get more customers to book appointments. Those are basically the two main goals that I'm gonna focus on today. But the important thing is yes, we wanna get customers and clients to sign up, but what does the process of setting that system up look like for your business? Because you can't just automatically set up an Instagram profile and assume that, okay, work's done, People are going to come onto my profile and book their appointments, and that's it. It's kind of like a website when you think about it. A social media profile is an extension of your website. So what do we think of when we think of an effective website? It's getting the right information, getting the right call to actions, making sure it's easy and clear to understand, making sure your customer feels confident moving on to the next step, and therefore catching their client information, phone number, name, email, and then following up, either going through with the booking or following up directly with a call or an email. So that's kind of how we generate leads on Instagram and Facebook. But what do we need in order to do that? We need to have posts, of course. So along with deciding on which platform you're going to go with, you also want to set expectations for what that process is going to look like, how long it's going to take you to get there, and what you're going to need. So in terms of setting expectations, we want to make sure we have certain KPIs in mind. How many bookings, how much traffic, how many clients, how many posts a week, what is it that we're going to commit to in order to achieve our goals? So expectations, KPIs, the time commitment, and your budget. Those are the main things that you're going to need to consider when setting up your goals. I'm going to just put those on here. Budget, time, KPIs. Okay, so these are expectations. It's really important to note that because, oh, you can't really see that on the camera, but that's okay. You guys know what I wrote. It's really important to note that number one thing and the first step that you need to consider when doing and investing in your social media is to set your expectations and understand that maybe your expectations might be a little high. Maybe you've already tried to dedicate some time and effort into establishing your profile, but you ended up giving up and you didn't see the results that you wanted right away. Maybe those expectations were a little bit too high, so it's important to be reasonable and ensure that you have the right kind of ideas in mind for what's realistic for KPIs, what's realistic for you in terms of your time and your budget. That is your first step. Second step is to review your resources. So resources in this case are going to be the things that you used for your website. So think about brand guidelines, your company values, your mission statement. Those are going to be really key pieces of information in order to establish a baseline for your content and your content pillars. What exactly is your content going to be about? And you can really base that off of your company holistic vision, right? So what was I saying? I was saying values, mission statement, and brand guidelines. Values, mission statement, and brand guidelines. And then what you're going to want to do is compile all of those things into a Google Drive folder. So whether or not that's you that's going to be taking over the social media responsibility or somebody else, you're going to want to collectively put all of this information into a folder so that you can access it very easily, or you can then go ahead and delegate some of these tasks out to your team. They're going to need to have all of these resources in a folder. Number 3 is to establish the actual profiles. The best kind of thing to do in this case is to ensure that the email and password you're using are protected and that they're written down somewhere, or that you can have some kind of passcode for them to ensure optimal account security. You're going to want to set up a few things like the double entry security, so making sure that your phone number is linked or another email is linked in case you lose access to your profiles. And I would just, as a general piece of advice, is to just follow every single step that platform is getting you to fill out. So if they're asking you for all of this information, your address, your business address, your privacy policy, your business description, your hours of availability, your titles, and any kind of piece of information that Facebook or Instagram is asking you for, the best thing to do is to just enter that information. That is the best way to optimize your profile, because the minute that you start skipping some of those prompts and some of that information is the minute where you start having gaps on your profile. So although it may be annoying, especially at the beginning, if you're new to social media, you definitely want to still follow the prompts. They're very simple to follow, and if you do them the first time, you won't have to go back and enter the information later. Now, a good policy to have for social media in general is to continually optimize and improve your existing profiles. So obviously you still want to go back and see maybe where you could word something a little bit differently, and continually optimize your profiles every quarter maybe, and see if you get different results depending on the changes that you make. Of course, you want to make sure that you have proper CTAs in your profile. You have keywords, so keeping in mind SEO for your specific industry and company and how you help people. And then of course the descriptions for your business, making sure it's very, very clear. A simple statement: I help blank do blank in blank. So I help what kind of business do what kind of action to get what kind of results. That is an easy, really easy statement sentence that you can have in any profile, especially your Instagram bio, for instance, to ensure that anyone who visits your profile is going to know exactly what you do to help them. And that's going to increase the amount of followers you get over time, and also increase bookings if someone is very interested in receiving your service or your offer, because they're very clear with what they're going to walk away from. So that is very important in terms of optimizing your profiles. Next up, we want to go ahead and collect some content that you may have from your business. So this isn't necessarily brand guidelines or your mission statement or your values, although those things are very important and you can still have these in that specific folder. What I'm talking about is to look past into all of your past company events. If you have any photos, videos, anything in your stock, in your internal document sharing platform. So if you have Google Drive, you may have videos and photos that you totally forgot about within your business, or that you don't even know about. So if you're asking your founder, your boss, about any past photos that they may have, any past awards they may have won, any past media articles that have been going live and to local newspapers, or anything of the sort, anything. It could even be print marketing materials. Gather those all up, put them into a folder, and see what they are. If you don't have anything, this step may be beyond you, but you can start thinking about, okay, next time we have a company event or a team meeting at work, we need to get a photo. So if you have zero photos and videos in your computer databases, you need to start thinking about, okay, we need to start getting that content together, okay? If you don't have that content and you still want to get on social media, don't worry, you can. You just need to use stock photos and get a little bit more creative in terms of the creative assets that you're going to produce on platforms like Canva, for instance. But what I say is that the best thing to do is to collect all of this content, because before you even develop a strategy, you want to understand what assets you have currently. So if your strategy is to just cover all the bases, introduce our team members, show a few group photos, you know you have those assets in your library and you can use those. And that can go towards your strategy. If you don't have those assets, you might need to get more creative with your strategy, and therefore, number 5, configure your strategy. Keeping in mind your goals, of course, we want to understand what's going to work best for us on these platforms. What kind of content am I able to produce? What kind of content do we have? And then you can kind of move forward. A lot of businesses go based on a pillar structure. So that's going to be kind of like having 4 main pillars: educational content, entertainment content, personal or specific to your salon or spa or law firm, or specific to what you offer as a niche industry. And then 5 would be your offers, so sales content. So that's offering people new things in the new year. Maybe you're going to offer a free cleaning with your next checkup. Maybe you're going to offer a free consultation as a law firm for specific questions relating to X, Y, and Z claims or disputes. And that can be your strategy in terms of pillars. But what I like to understand and what I've embedded into the 20 Posts to Launch PDF is the 3 C's. What are the 3 C's? Number 1, comfortable. If your ideal prospect lands on your profile, are they going to be comfortable taking the next step, going from virtual to in-person? Some things that you need to consider are the cleanliness, the friendliness, the energy, the vibe, the welcoming energy that you put out onto your profile is going to give your prospect that comfort and sense that if I move forward with this business, I'm going to feel comfortable moving forward. And you need a few things for that. Specifically, if you're like a health clinic, you need to make sure that you're showing your clinic. If you're a law firm that does in-person consultations, you need to show your waiting room, for instance. You need to make your prospect feel comfortable virtually before they're ever going to give you their information, contact information, or step foot in your business. So the first one that you want to focus on of the 3 C's when you're talking about your strategy is comfortable. Is your prospect comfortable? Second up, is your prospect confident? If they move forward and give you their contact information, are they confident what they need to achieve will get done? So that is things like testimonials, showing educational content to establish yourself as an expert in your industry. They need to feel so confident before they even step foot in your facility that you are going to get their job done and done well. Okay, so that's the second C, confident. What kind of stuff can you post to make them feel confident? So like I said, testimonials, maybe engagement in your community, maybe showing your expertise, showing before and afters, showing case studies of situations that went well and customers that you served that ended up being very happy. Things like that. They have to feel confident. And then the next step of the 3 C's is clear. Clear. So first, they have to feel comfortable with the idea that they're going to move forward. Second of all, they have to feel confident that the issue that they're experiencing is going to be solved by this appointment. Third of all, the steps to sign up for an appointment or access your facility or your experts or your lawyers has to be so clear that they don't even have to think about what their next step is in order to contact you or contract your services. So in order for that, you need to make sure that every caption that you write has a clear CTA. Your profile has to be optimized with so much clarity that they can see within 30 seconds exactly what you do and how you can help them. Needs to be clear. So like I said, I embedded the 3 C's into my 20 Posts to Launch free PDF that's on my website. If you go onto elliesocialmedia.com, a pop-up will show up and it will say 20 Posts to Launch. If you're really quick and you exit out of that pop-up, you can go to my resources tab, click on that, and you can access the 20 Posts to Launch PDF there. So basically, what I want you to do is download the PDF, you'll get it to your email, and then you're going to go ahead and start posting each one of those 20 posts to establish your profile. My guarantee is that if you do those 20 posts within 30 days, you will get your first 100 followers. Okay? So that really embeds comfort, confidence, and clarity into your profiles and into your content to ensure that everything that you're putting on is going to be effective for your strategy. So that is the freebie that I'm going to give you here. Once you have done the 20 posts to launch, you can gain access or you can skip that completely, but I would recommend doing that first because you're gonna walk away with all of your important metrics after you post those 20 posts to launch. You're gonna be able to see what I posted this past 30 days that did well, that resonated with my customers, that got me more appointments. Then you can go ahead and look at all of that metrics and analytics in the back end of your platforms to understand which one of these 20 post styles really resonated with your prospects and got you some appointments. That's going to be key because then the next step is to get a free proposal. From that proposal, not only are you going to get a profile audit, but you're also going to get a competitor analysis and lastly, content recommendations. So it's basically free advice for you. And the reason why I want you to invest in that first 20 posts and all of your profiles to get up is so that you have some sort of awareness of what's working and what could do better in the future, so that when I put this free proposal together for you, it's gonna make sense, it's gonna click, and you're gonna feel confident moving forward because you'll already have some numbers and data to take a look at, and then you'll have some free advice that you can implement either through my agency in contracting our monthly social media services contracts or doing it yourself. But ideally, if you want to work with us, this is the next step for you to get kind of insights on your profile, insights on what you're doing right, what you could improve on, and how we would move forward, what the next steps would look like. That's your step 7. So once you have all of that information, it's really great because then you can start disseminating it across other platforms. Maybe you started with Instagram or Facebook and now you feel more confident and you want to start bringing that content onto other platforms. Now you could post that content exactly as it is if it performed well and test it on another platform, or you can change the kind of content that you created. So for instance, part of my strategy personally for my agency is to create these webinars and then clip them into short clips so that I can put them on Instagram or YouTube Shorts. I'll also take the whole video, the 20 minutes or hour-long video, and upload that onto YouTube. So that is what I'm doing for these webinars, and that's kind of the strategy behind them. For yourself, if you're creating, for instance, graphics on your Instagram, you can then easily turn those over to Facebook, easily turn those into PDFs for LinkedIn, or turn them into animated graphics and turn them into reels. There's a lot of different things that you can do with it, but the important thing is that you're taking advantage of the content that you already create to expand your impact cross-platform. So I already have the content here on LinkedIn. Of course I'm going to download it and upload it to YouTube. Of course I'm going to clip it up into short form clips and put it on Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts. That is the benefit of putting in the initial effort into developing the content for your business. And that's really going to be key in terms of expanding your impact, reaching new audiences, and potentially getting new prospects to book appointments with you, depending on where they find you. I know a lawyer, she's working at a local firm here. She's actually a partner at the law firm, and she recorded YouTube videos 10 years ago, almost, maybe 7 years ago, and put them on YouTube. Just maybe 10 videos on YouTube. She still gets leads and bookings from those videos that she recorded 7 years ago. And that's also the beauty of YouTube, is that it doesn't matter how old your video is, it will still pop up on the search bar if it's relevant to what someone's searching. But the truth is that has established a line of business and referrals for her for the past 10 years. So obviously it's shown in real life how beneficial it is to start posting across platforms. You get more reach, you get more people, and you're much more likely to even be considered an expert in your industry if I know you already and I'm looking you up on YouTube or Facebook and something actually comes up. That gives you some industry authority. So you really want to start disseminating all your content across all different platforms because it's really going to be beneficial for your business. Next up, number 9. It's the hardest, but it is the most results inducing thing, and that is consistency. You need consistency. If you're going to commit to a social media strategy in 2025, don't give up. You can't give up, because when you start posting on platforms, the more you post, the more the algorithm is recognizing that you're an active user. You're active in your community, and especially if you're engaging with your posts and your comments and your replies and other accounts and liking other posts. The more activity that you put within the platform and really invest in the platform, the more that platform is going to start pushing your content to new audiences. If you just post once every 2 weeks, good luck. You're not going to get much traction very quickly. If at the end of the year you've posted every 2 weeks for 12 months, that's going to get you somewhere, but you can't expect to get results without consistency, because the truth is these platforms and algorithms are very smart, and they're going to reward your behavior on the platform. Bottom line. And lastly, number 10, it kind of goes into the 3 C's, but it is incentivization and making sure that your offers and CTAs, call to actions, are extremely, extremely clear. I worked with a lot of the time when you're working with paid ads, for instance, you know that your offer has to be very clear. Otherwise, you're going to be wasting money on paid ad spend. It's really no different when you look at your profile and your organic content. Would you pay to have ad spend behind this post? Maybe not, because it's missing a CTA. It's not exactly telling you what to do. It's not really giving in the information that's needed for next steps. Imagine that your organic content is paid content. You want to have that call to action. You want to incentivize people to take the next step and move forward working with your business. How do you do that? You incentivize them. Show them the solution, outline their problem areas, and give them the solution as clear as day and next steps to move forward. So that is the 10 steps to starting from zero on social media. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I have some exciting new offers coming up in 2025 that I'm really excited to talk to you guys about. So definitely stay tuned for the last couple minutes here. Let me know in the comments section what part about this video really resonated with you and what you're going to take into your annual planning into your company-wide meeting next week, if you haven't done it already, or what you're going to show to your boss to get him on board for a social media strategy in the new year. Let me know in the comment section down below. Also, let me know if you have any kind of recommendations for future titles. If you have any questions relating to social media marketing that you would like me to answer for free, I will do so in the comments section. So definitely get your questions down there. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, a share. If you know people in your network that don't really use social media but could really benefit from it, please send them this video. Just send them it. It will give them something to think about for the new year, even if they don't take action. Send it to them. It's free information that could really help out. I also would love for you to go ahead and check out my other platforms like the YouTube and Instagram profiles that I mentioned in this video. Go ahead and check them out. They should be all under Ellie Social Media Agency. Ellie.social.media is my Instagram handle. The YouTube, you could just find it by searching Ellie Social Media, and give me a follow over there. Like I said, I post different content across platforms, and I have a lot of different strategies going on at the moment, so you're bound to get some new content here and there. Don't forget to connect with me on LinkedIn on my personal profile. My name is just right here, and we can connect and hopefully get some conversations started. Like I said, some really exciting things coming in the new year. I'm launching a new Reels only package within my agency, which means a lot of social media marketing agencies lately are giving you package deals that offer 3 to 5 posts a week or a certain number of posts per month. That can be carousels, static, Reels, whatever kind of posts they are, and you get your certain number of posts per month, and it's a consistent renewal thing. What I'm doing this year is I'm going to be offering Reels packages. These can be purchased one-off or have recurring monthly renewals. They are basically reels only, so I only deliver videos that are between 0 and 60 seconds, and I can deliver 10 of them all at once. You can use them within that month, or you can spread them out throughout the year, and they will have their own strategy behind them. They will include all of the CTAs, the captions, and the optimizations that will really skyrocket your impact in the new year for your content. So if you wanted to, say for instance, do your 20 posts to launch, and then contract me to get your reels going on your social media profiles, your YouTube shorts, or your Facebook videos, then we can work together and we can develop the details of this offer. But it's something I'm really excited about, mostly because reels are the thing that are attracting the most attention to non-followers, which means they get basically the reach of a paid meta campaign without having to put any ad spend behind them. And that's really the benefit of reels specifically and YouTube shorts, that can really get your company the exposure it needs with just a simple 30-second video or animated graphic that can grab attention. That's one of the offers. I'm also going to be posting about a giveaway in January, so I'm really, really excited about that, which will be kind of a nod to the Reels package. So if you want to enter to win some free Reels for your business, follow me on Instagram, because I'll be announcing the giveaway in January, probably in the first few weeks of January. So definitely follow me on Instagram if you want to gain access to this giveaway. It will be free exposure and free video content for your business, and you can enter to win by following the instructions in the post to come in January. Other than that, the new offer of Reels and the giveaway, I want to reiterate that you can go on to my website and get some resources: the 20 posts to launch, the free social media proposal, and access to more information about the agency on the website. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you've had a very lovely holiday, and I wish you a fantastic new year. And I hope all your business goals and wishes come true in 2025. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you in next month's stream. Bye now.